Welcome back to the place where we play every last single Shantae game. Hey. Oh, poor Joe. Oh, don't ask me to remove the body. That thing looks heavy. Yeah. Sky's family, there you go, folks. Anyway, I'm just at a loss for words. I feel really bad for him, but there's nothing we can do. Seems to be a lot of folks turning into stone here. It's not a good sign. But I think I know where we can find a squid, so... And a little bit of backtracking later. Thanks to our pirate's hat, we can acquire another heart to be in the near future. I think I need a few more since we're starting fresh. Scarecrows can't stand up to that hair attack. Gonna continue to hair him till it hurts. It's all we know. And off we go. Off to the Tan Line Islands eventually. It's a pretty short trip from here, so we'll just leave this in. I think I've been abusing the edits and jump cuts a little bit. Gonna try to reduce that if I can, for the sake of maintaining the flow. Because sometimes when I'm actually playing, I don't know when I'm gonna make the cut initially, so don't want you guys to miss out on too much, but at the same time, I don't feel like you're really missing out on a whole lot most of the time. So I think we're okay. And for some reason, I had just noticed the clouds were moving in the background in that other screen. These guys are just like the construction workers in my city. It's a whole lot of banging and hammering, but very little seems to actually be getting done. You gotta spend that budget on something, I suppose, right? And no, yes. New area. Clean slate. Time to get it dirty. And I'm sure Risky has something to say. Probably along the lines of how she's not getting involved again. Because she's scared and doesn't want to admit it. And yes, there's another den of evil. Everywhere we go, there seems to be. And we'll go have a little look-see. Super perky she is. Yeah, so even Risky had to say something. Why are you just always so happy?
I'm ready.
She doesn't care. She's ready. Anybody know someone like that who's just inexplicably happy? Borderline joyful for no apparent reason? Doesn't need a reason? I have a confession to make. I'm usually one of those people. And I know it disgusts some people, but I can't help it because there's no reason not to be. I mean, sure, you can throw your hat into the camp that believes that the world is wicked and corrupted and cruel and cold and doesn't care about you and is looking to take advantage of you at every available opportunity. But, see, perception's a funny thing, and however you choose to view the world, that's probably what the world is going to show you, more often than not. So if you have the choice of how to view things, why not view them in a healthy way, a happy way, a hearty way? I don't know. Just one way to look at it. Besides, life has taught me many things, and one thing it's taught me is that you have friends in many places, most of which you've never even met. So think of it like that. I don't care who you are, you probably have far more friends than enemies. Let me just put it like that. Because that whole enemy thing, yeah, I don't, Unless we're playing a game, I don't really buy into the whole enemy thing. You know, I've never had a scorpion woman with a scimitar waiting to strike me down, so I don't really have any major life complaints. How about you? I mean, yeah, there's always stuff, but again, there's a lot to be thankful for. Blue skies, water to drink, birds singing, welcoming spring, which is right around the corner as of this recording, and I can't wait. Warmer weather, welcome home. So, go ahead and use some health items. See, I'm learning, I'm getting better, I'm catching on. I'm slow, but I catch up eventually. Tortoise, right? What did the tortoise teach us, folks? Yeah. Don't have to be the first to cross the line all the time. Yeah. Okay, do they even attack? Alright. I just always feel guilty attacking things that don't attack me. Maybe if I'd left them alone, everything would have been okay. I mean, was it really worth it for one gem? A single gem? Oh. Hey! Where's Shantae? Haha. This looks familiar. Gonna come back to that. And hello, you. Yeah, I thought you'd be on a beach somewhere, soaking in sun. Tan lines and 2 pieces. And yeah, okay, you were looking for the surf, but got more than you bargained for. I'm not even gonna read this one. Oh. She's just like, whatever. It's off season, oh no. The brochure didn't mention that. Or maybe it was in the fine print that you neglected to look over like most do. No. Sad face is the result. Yeah. Future's not looking too bright here. Unless you like getting sunburnt. And when was the last time he was in water? Now that we've established that the Squid Baron is in fact male, because I wasn't sure. Shouldn't he have dried up by now? Oh no, he's going to give us these X-ray specs instead. Where does he find this stuff? Okay, the squid oil I can understand. Why it was in a can, I don't know. I guess he saves the stuff, but what is he doing with X-ray specs? Huh. Apparently he's more responsible than me and takes regular visits to the doctor. Don't ask me the last time I had a checkup. It would probably depress you. What did our ancestors teach us? Heal thyself. Pat yourself up. Take care of yourself. Who needs a doctor? So, yep, this is a puzzle that we saw in the original Shantae. It's been a long time. Clearly, we have to hit a certain combination to open the door. There seems to be a lot of options, so rather than play that guessing game, let's just do this the proper way. Maybe they'll give us a clue. Or not. Can't get mad, they're hard at work, obviously. Building pyramids, maybe? Oh no, they just want to remove the ruins. That's usually not a good idea for those watching at home. You know, ruins are there for a reason. And if they're still standing, all the more so. Clearly we can't get in there, so... Where to go next? No matter what, we have to backtrack, that's for sure. Away from the dunes. And figure out where we can use these X-ray specs, because clearly I'm sure they're going to show us how to do something pertaining to this puzzle. Because we're operating on that ABC type of progression. A unlocks B, B leads to C. C leads to D, which is door for the dungeon, where we need to be. And I was just about to complain about how hard to hit they are, and there we go. No fuss. Okay, just that easy. Ah, so she's an artist, a sketcher, one of her many hidden talents, I'm sure. Ah, the more you think you know somebody, the more you actually don't. What are the surprises is she hiding from us, I wonder? Okay, now it's coming for us. I feel licensed to do that. And I just love how dramatic some of the animations in this game are. Not so much in that case. But these things are actually kind of obnoxious because they have that contra shot, that spread shot. And those marauders, they're just sort of there to be there. Do they even attack? Just out for the morning jog that I interrupted in the most callous way possible. Hey, Risque, up for a ride? It's pretty nice to have our own personal chauffeur at sea. What do you think? She's crazy if she thinks I'm going to leave her any tips, though. After what she's put us through. And another quick sketch, and we got the mummy. Not an actual mummy, just a drawing. For the courtroom, just a rough sketch. So that's 2 out of 3. This calls for a trek back into Stardust Speed, Saliva Island. Because I do remember there being one here, I think. Maybe I'm misremembering, but if nothing else, intuition is pointing me this direction. Also, I call this Stardust Speedway because of the song. I'll point it out when it gets to it, but there's a point in this that is ripped straight out of that track. And I don't have to tell you what game that is. If you're watching this video, if you are familiar with my channel, you probably already know what Stardust Speedway is. Oh, here it comes, listen. There it goes, one more time. Just want to make sure you pick it all up. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back and edit this. You should have heard something to accompany that, breaking up the action. So, there you go, see? It's not just me, right? Yeah. It's okay, Jake. We'll let it slide. Clearly, you know what you're doing. It's a shame that we live in a world where people feel the need to own and possess everything. You know, the whole copyright thing. Because to me, things like music should definitely be free. You shouldn't have to pay for music. People shouldn't be able to charge you for using their music or being able to sue you, things like that. Now, I understand that artists deserve to be compensated just as much as anybody else, but I'd like to think that if we were really concerned about that, we could find a workaround for that so that they could still earn a living doing what they love to do. Or maybe there could be some restraints on it, but I just think in general across the board, just, you know, you have to pay for music. I don't really like that idea. It just seems wrong. Because how do you own a sound? And it's very hard to create completely original music because there's only so many notes. There's only so many scales, so many tones. There's gonna be some repetition. Everybody has heard at least one song in their life at some point that reminded them of another song because, you know, there's gonna be similar chord progressions, again, similar melodies. It's hard to be completely original all the time. So I would love to see more people borrowing elements from other songs, because sometimes it's not even done intentionally, and I'm speaking as a musician. Sometimes you'll come up with a song or a song comes to you, because that's another thing too. Most really good songs, they come to you. You don't create them. They visit you and you just evoke them. You're just sort of a vessel at that point. So again, I think sometimes we take more credit than we really ought to. But again, sometimes you're playing a song or you're working on something, and after it's done or midway through, you start to realize, hey, this sounds similar to song X. And it'd be a shame to junk the whole song because it sounds similar to something else that already happens to exist. If it's not the complete same, not a 100% carbon copy. And I'm sure there have been a lot of songs that have not left the cutting room floor for that reason, that somebody didn't want to risk a lawsuit. And that's a shame. Or someone wanted to borrow elements from a song for their song because it fits so well for the message, for the sound, but they didn't want to pay that price, literally. You know? They didn't want to pay for the rights to use that song or elements of it. Sampling, as they call it. And I don't know. I just don't know if that's the best way. Back to the desert, because it looks like we have everything we need. And... Yep. Gator bird gator. Sounds good to me. Let's go. And one hop, skip, and a jump later, we've got everything we need. We want a bird in the middle, a gator up top, and a gator down below, just to let you know. And I guess that's a gator? Artistic interpretation and whatnot. Everyone's a critic. I guess I'll be one today. And, okay, not a dungeon, just a temple. And who you calling princess? Excuse me? I'm missing something. Thanks for the fanfare, but I'm not, or she's not, we're not. Who's this? No, that's not us. No, we never died. We couldn't come back from the dead. Unless you're talking about that one time where I slipped up, but who's keeping track of that? Okay, we all have twins and doppelgangers we may or may not have met in life. There's nothing unusual about that. Doesn't make us the one that you're thinking of. She couldn't have possibly had this hairstyle. And even if she did, can her hair do what our hair can do? Was she this bouncy? Was she wearing pantaloons? If you answer no to any of those, you've got the wrong girl. But they don't care, and someone's a fan of Star Wars. George Lucas, you don't know what you started with that get up. If that was even your idea, maybe someone else fed you that one. Oh, right off the bat we found a secret passageway, but before that, just for fun, let's see what we can do this way. Absolutely nothing. Gotcha. And we can't access anything. She wasn't lying. We don't even have a inventory screen. So, extremely limited in what I can do right now. I guess that makes things easier. This is no way to treat a princess. If in fact she was. Royalty isn't all it's cracked up to be, apparently. So let's get out of here if we can. Collect our stuff. Vamoose. And you know what? After this treatment, I'm not even going to leave them a letter. We're just going to up and go. No notice, no nothing. Huh. I thought so. I think that's a good note to end it on. Everybody, thanks for joining me for Metal Gear Shantae. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. And hopefully, see you soon.